Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So it's November 22nd, and we got some rain yesterday, but we think we can pick some corn this afternoon. So we've got all three semis ready. We've got the transmission back in the black one. We got new motor mounts put in the blue Kenworth. Yesterday, while it was raining, Tyler was here, and him and I went and gathered up gleaners. So we got the L2 with the bad hydrostat home, got the M3 home with the broken header drive shaft. So when I get some time, I'm going to get them fixed because I'd still like to use them yet this year. So the 9650's running good, but I'd still like to have the old gleaners for the wet ground. So we're going to get some fuel put in the trucks, and then we're going to head up to a 40,000 bushel bin that we have to fill, and we're going to get the first load that's on the peat. We're going to get that put in that bin this morning. These two trucks are empty. What is on the peat is what was left over from when we finished filling the other two bins. We had a load left, and that's when it started raining when we last left off. So we're going to get that put in the bin this morning. We've got to mark out where the truck needs to sit for the swinging auger so that we can get it under the hoppers of the trailer, so we know where to stop the truck and all that. So we'll show you how to do that. So let's get started and see what we can get done today, and hopefully the sun will come out and bake this wetness off, and we'll be able to maybe at least fill these three trucks today. We'll see what happens, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We're going to take tomorrow off, so there won't be no corn picking tomorrow. So all right, let's get at it and see what we can get done. So this is the bin we're going to be filling. This is a 40,000 bushel bin. We've got Cousin Matt's 7120. You probably remember this tractor from when I round baled hay with it. So if you want to see this tractor in action doing something other than running an auger, go back through my videos and look for the ones of round baling hay. It was when I got that farm that had some pretty good grass on it, so I decided to bale hay off of it before we tore it up and turned it into a bean field. So anyways, this is an 84-foot long 10-inch auger with a swing out hopper. This hopper will swing out and it'll go underneath the hopper bottoms. Some of these augers have actual drive over pits, but this one has the swinging auger. So first thing I need to do is dump the water out of it before we use it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing it out straight, and I'm going to mark around it with some marking paint, and then we will drive the truck in, and we will get the pit started under the trailer, and then we will pull the trailer up so that the hopper doors are under it. We'll have to pull it up and then back it up, and then when we're done, we'll roll this out from under the trailer, and we'll leave with the truck. So, all right, it's got a little winch deal here. I'm going to use that to crank it up and dump it out, because we don't want that water in the bin. So here's our problem. Our old Tempty hopper bottoms are not the ag style hopper bottoms. They're the real low hoppers. So the swing out's not going to swing under there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to my house, which isn't too far away. We're going to grab my 1025R tractor and loader and bring it back, and we're going to dig out a little bit so that this hopper has some more room to swing under the trailer. So we'll have to move the truck and trailer out of the way, peel some ground out, and then it should swing under. right, so what we're going to do is we're going to dig out where the hopper goes, and we're going to gradually bring this curved area down to this hole, because we got to remember, we got to be able to pull this hopper up out of this hole when we want to move the truck out of the way. So let's see what we can do. Well, let's see if our rough draft will work here. I better move the tractor out George's way so we can swing it around. That. I think it's going to work. Alright, I'll take that out a little more. This side, we can get rid of this hump here, here. I think we'll have it. Should work. So it's gonna work, but we're gonna have to dig out a little farther so we can swing this auger some more, because here's the problem we have now. Somebody has to have these long trucks, and we're right up against the unload auger on this bin. So we're gonna have to make some changes. Either that or start backing in, possibly. That might be another alternative. We're hoping to just pull in, empty, and then back out. So at least we're far enough though to unload the hopper, and then we'll back up and unload the front one. Worked out really good. George is going to move the truck out of the way. I'm going to take the 1025 and dig a little more out right there so that this can swing back a little farther, and then you won't have to get so close to that unloading auger on that bin. Now this is the only truck that we're going to have to worry about. The other trucks are shorter. The semi-tractors themselves are shorter, so they won't have to get as close to that. So we'll just have to watch it with this one. That's all. No big deal. Well, it's dried off enough that we can pick. Dad's already got started. I got some greasing done, some chains lubed up, so I'm ready to go. So let's go see what we can get ourselves into. It's nice having all 3 trucks ready to go now. It's definitely different having a new transmission in the black one. It's, I had to relearn how to drive it. Not used to the shift pattern being so tight. Used to have to kind of look around in that transmission with that gear shifter to find the right gear. Now it's like they're right there. You guys that have drove the older trucks know exactly what I'm talking about. You gotta relearn how to drive it now. Alright, I'm gonna start right here in these little short rows. When I say short, they're short. I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty excited about Thanksgiving tomorrow. Grandma's making her famous ham that she always makes, so I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know about you all, but I'm more of a ham guy than I am the turkey guy. I like the ham. I do like the turkey and the gravy, but I don't know, I really like the ham. My grandma had mentioned a few months ago that she wasn't going to make a ham, and I said, well, and I ain't coming. I said, you better make a ham, Grandma. She makes those good cook's hams, and she's got her own glaze that she rubs on it partway through and then puts it back there in the oven and cooks it for a while longer. And she gets out that electric knife and starts carving on it. She's got to use the electric knife because she's older and it's a lot of work using a regular knife. I told her I was going to get her a Milwaukee Sawzall to use, and she didn't like that idea. I'm really surprised that none of these tool companies have came out with a kitchen line of tools. You know, like a Mix Master or a electric knife or something like that. I know a few of these tool companies, they make coffee makers and stuff. You know, you get a Makita cordless coffee maker, and I think Makita's even putting out a microwave, or one of the companies is. Maybe it's Milwaukee that makes a microwave now. But I can see all kinds of potential, you know, in a power tool format or platform of cooking items. What really be cool is a KitchenAid mixer that took Milwaukee batteries. You can take it camping, you can do all kinds of stuff with it at that point. I told you these rows were short. I wasn't lying, was I? A lot of turning action in this video. Anybody's noticed, but I've cut way back on the amount of videos that I release each week. I've kind of found that less seems to be more. I get more views per video if I don't bombard you guys with videos. So that's why I've kind of cut back to 1 to 2 videos a week to release, and sadly this video is not going to make it for Thanksgiving, of course, because there's like 6 ahead of it that I haven't released yet. So what I've also been trying to do is, you know, the channel's dirt, green, and steel, so you know, the dirt is the excavating, the grain is the farming, and then the steel part is the metal fabrication and all the welding, or all the mechanical work and stuff like that. So what I've been trying to do is, if possible, I try to release a video on each subject weekly. But the problem is I haven't had time to make videos on all 3 to 4 subjects, if that makes sense. So basically I've only been able to do videos on the farming subject because we've been so busy. So you're only getting some weeks that have 1 video per week. I might fudge a little and put 2 videos per week, but my goal is to eventually be able to release 3 videos a week on the 3 to 4 different subjects of the channel. And scatter it out a little bit. That way everybody has time to watch each video and not get confused of how they get released. I like to try to do a timeline basically with the farming videos. It's kind of what I've been doing. I only had 1 video that got out of line, and I had to, I took it off and re-downloaded it so it would be published so everybody would get the alert that it was published. Because it went public before I wanted it to go public, and the problem with that was that it already notified everybody that it was up, and when you shut them off and turn them back on, they don't do that again. So nobody realized that video was back up until I actually re-uploaded it and republished it and released it. I'm really starting to learn how YouTube works, and that's really been helping me gain viewers and subscribers and things like that. So I'm learning slowly. There's definitely a lot more to it than just posting a video, you know. Alright, so I'm going to finish off of these short rows. There's about, I'd say 60 or so rows left to go here. A lot of volunteer corn for some reason right here. And then we'll get some video later on. Well, we're in the longer rows now, and actually we've about got the trucks filled. But it's already 4:30, so it's already getting dark. So that's probably going to be it for today. I don't know if we're going to go unload the trucks in the dark or not. We'll see what happens. I'll talk to Dad. So we might just wait and unload them Friday after Thanksgiving and stuff. So we'll see what happens. This daylight savings time stuff it sucks because you lose the day or the hour at night, the extra hour of daylight you lose. I hate that. It gets dark early. Some guy in New Zealand came up with the concept, then Ben Franklin implemented it in the United States so he'd have some more time in his garden. Well, Ben Franklin doesn't work in his garden anymore. I hate to tell anybody. I think we need to just go back to just normal time and not observe daylight savings time. I believe the state of Arizona doesn't do that. So why do we have to? But I am not in government and I'm not in politics, so that's really out of my hands, I guess. Nothing I can do about it. I'm just an ant out here carrying my grain of sand. Just out here just doing things over and over and over again. My contribution to the country. I do enjoy what I do though, so it's alright. But we could get rid of daylight savings time. You know, it's like, you know, cutting a foot off one end of the blanket and sewing it to the other end of the blanket. You think you got a longer blanket, but you really don't. All I can good rolls. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'll tell you what's the best is the ham a couple days after Thanksgiving, after it's been in the refrigerator. You pull that ham out, you put it on a bun, and you eat it. And it's just, it's amazing. It's like that ham ferments a little bit or something in the fridge. Just, it gives it a whole nother flavor to it, you know. Uh-oh. That's not good. What happened there? Oh boy. Gotta do head reverse. Idle it down. Push pedal in the floor. Oh, we got the machine running. Now we're just gonna run the head backwards. Latch the pedal back in. Bad happen. I just think we got too much stock in there. The gathering chains are still there. Everything's still there. It's been a ridge of dirt or something from the sprayer. Alright, no big deal. That's happened before. Usually if it's a gathering chain that runs off, it doesn't clean out very well. I could tell it wasn't a gathering chain. Or sometimes you lose a gathering chain and you don't even know it, don't even know where it ended up or anything. Dad lost one on the 2388 and we still can't find it. We don't know where it went. I don't think it ran through the machine, or it would have maybe ended up in a rock trap. Not in there. There's no evidence that it went through the chopper, so I think it just broke and actually fell out in the field. It was dark and he didn't even realize that there was one missing. I mean, if you're in good standing corn, it'll run in with one gathering chain missing and you won't even really notice it. Oh, anyways, getting back to the ham. That ham's just great. I'm not a big stuffing guy. A lot of people like the stuffing at Thanksgiving, but not a stuffing guy. My dad likes the stuffing though. And then all that cranberry sauce and stuff like that, I'm not into that. I'm your meat and potatoes and bread guy. I don't really like vegetables all that much. Sweet corn. That was another topic that I was thinking about the other day. You know, corn is in the grass family. That's what family corn is classified as. That's why a lot of your grass herbicides will kill corn, because it's a grass. Well, you know, everybody pushes this grass-fed beef and things like that, and they're always talking about how grass-fed cows are better than grain-fed cows and blah, blah, blah. Well, technically, if you feed them ear corn, and corn is considered a grass in the grass family, wouldn't that still be grass-fed beef? I mean, yeah, you put a little other things in there like some oats or something, but still, you know, the main course is ear corn. So, to me, I consider that grass-fed. I don't know, maybe somebody could throw something in the comments and give me their thoughts on that. I prefer grain-fed beef over grass-fed. I've had it both ways, and I really like the grain-fed. I like that marbling in the steak, you know, it's got some more fat to it. It's not lean. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's why I grain feed my cows, or steers, fatten them out. Yeah, it's a little more money than grass feed them constantly, but I like the taste of grain-fed. Alright, we're just about full. I don't like to go too full because it goes over the back of my hopper toppers. Even though the full grain tank alarm goes off, it still goes over the back for some reason. I need to screw me like a 1x6 across the back or something. I don't know if I can change the hood on the auger in the grain tank to kind of push it more forwards. I know on other combines you can do that. Yeah, we're just about there. I don't think we're going to quite make it to the end. It's not as tough of conditions as I thought it would be. I thought the stalks were going to be pretty tough, but they're not too bad. That could have been what happened when I plugged that row up. Maybe they were just a little tougher than I'm used to. Not as much dust as there has been, though. We're going to make it to the end, I think. I don't see it yet in my windows and my hopper toppers. It's piling up, though. I'm going to call that good. We're full enough. Alright, I'm going to go find Dad and George and see what we're doing. Well, since it's Thanksgiving Eve, we're just going to run these trucks back to the shop, park them until Friday. So, I'm going to end this video right here. Thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a happy Thanksgiving.